Hello, and welcome to T-Level Tactics and this series of videos for Root Core 2 Culture for the T-Level Digital Support Services course. Now this video is going to be a short introduction, and we're going to define what digital culture is, we're going to take a look at some of the unit content, and we're going to look at some useful resources that you might want to use in your studies. Before we get started, a short disclaimer. These videos are not endorsed or sponsored by any education institution or qualification awarding body, and T-Level Tactics videos should not be used as a replacement to any classroom learning you might be receiving, as the discussion with peers and your lecturer is going to help expand your thinking and comprehension of the topic. Instead, these materials are best used for preparation or as revision to reinforce your learning. And these videos cover the same content and required knowledge for Root Core 2 of the T-Level Digital Business Services course. However, they're going to be far more contextualized towards IT support roles. So let's take a look at the concept of digital culture. Well, what is it? Well, think about these two things first of all. First, how has the widespread use of digital technologies changed our practices, behaviors, and values? And secondly, how have digital technologies, devices, the internet, and social media all influenced and shaped modern society? Well, that's the idea behind this topic of digital culture. We're going to be looking into that and a bit more as well. Essentially, digital culture includes online communications, social media trends, digital art, online communities, and digital activism, and its impact on various aspects of our life, such as work, relationships, and entertainment. So why learn about it? Well, we're going to analyse digital culture and evaluate the moral and ethical impact of technology on us. And it's really important to understand when technology is the appropriate solution to a problem and why, because it isn't always. And this unit is going to link with some other elements of the course as well. So it links really well with Root Core 1 Business Context. It'll link with Root Core 6 Diversity and Inclusion. There'll be elements of Root Core 8 Legislation that link well, Root Core 10 Security, and Pathway Core 2 Communication. So let's see what we're actually going to be learning about. Root Core 2 Culture is actually quite a short unit, and there are only two learning outcomes. The first is how the increasing reliance on digital technology can cause ethical and moral impacts on business and society. And the second is the impact of unsafe or inappropriate uses of digital technology and mitigation techniques to reduce impact. Now, although there are only two learning outcomes, it is going to be split over a number of videos, and these are the topics we're going to look at. We'll look at the digital impact on business culture, automation, digital identity and privacy, communications, psychology and mental health, and also physical health. So here are some resources that might help you out along the way. First of all, for these videos, it's going to be best if you have a laptop or a desktop. Perfectly fine if you want to listen to this on your phone or another mobile device, but if you want to get fully engaged, then it's best to do it with a laptop or desktop, ideally with an Office package installed as well, such as Microsoft 365, Google Docs, or similar. And I'd also recommend having a notepad and pen on hand as well, just to make some quick notes along the way. Now, some useful links for you. First of all, the NCFE website and the qualification page. On there, you'll find the qualification specification, where those learning outcomes have come from, and also some other things like past exam papers available there. There's also a textbook published by Hodder Education that supports the NCFE course, and that's called Digital T-Level, Digital Support Services, and Digital Business Services. The ISBN is there for you to copy and paste into any good bookseller's website, and hopefully that will appear for you. And for some further reading, I've got two books that you could take a look at. The first is Understanding Digital Culture by Vincent Miller, and Digital Culture and Society by Kate Orton Johnson. So if you want to do some more reading around the topic, I really recommend take a look at one or both of them to find out a bit more about digital culture. And finally, there's the T-Level Tactics Patreon page, where there are additional resources and downloadable tasks and guides that I'll mention throughout the videos. And for this video, there is a free progress and revision checklist that's available to anybody who becomes a free member of the T-Level Tactics Patreon page. So that brings us to the end of this short introduction, and we've defined what culture is in digital support. We've taken a look at what content we can come to expect that we're going to look at, and we've also looked at some other useful resources that we could use along the way. So that brings us to the end of this video. In the next video, we'll be starting things off properly, and we'll be looking at digital impact on business culture. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.